you all, this is Maysha with As Long As You're Breathing, and I want to talk to you about this energy management living, which I'm now calling this journey of discovery. It's a journey of discovering the nature of our own oneness, our own individual oneness. We have been called to discover that we need to integrate a correctly programmed ego, dimension of the mind, that is healed and whole, that has, and not that we're ever entirely healed and whole, but one that we've at least began the work on, that has overcome societal programming, that has started living from the heart space, that understands the heart space is where we're to live from, and that is no longer letting what the people in the cheap seats think guide us. It's no longer letting past traumas hold it back. It's no longer staying energetically stuck because, well, change is scary. But is realizing that everything is always changing, and that change is a good thing, and that progressing is what we're meant to do. So once we have integrated that information, then our mind is ready, our ego is ready to allow us to be this integrated light being, multidimensional light being that we really are. That is the journey of discovery we have been on. That's what spiritual awakening is. Being able to function as this entire light being, so that the part of the light being that is embodied or incarnate can communicate completely with the part of the light being that just keeps going, the other dimensions of it that is not incarnate, but can see and can guide us, so that the parts that aren't incarnate can experience along with us this incarnation, the physicality, the tactileness of the human experience, which we are privileged to have. The embodied energy is privileged to have. And the trade-off is, because we are having this complete oneness, it guides us. The energy that is not here is guiding us. And the reason for this exchange is so that we are functioning harmoniously, not just with ourselves, not just so we are getting everything that we came here to get as this unit of one, but so that all the units around us are getting what they came here to get. Because then everyone is functioning harmoniously, and the symphony of the universe is functioning the way it's supposed to. And there's no chaotic energy reverberating out, causing dysfunction or disharmony, which is what's happening now, which is why we have all of the difficulties in the world we have. We really are supposed to be healthy, happy, and whole people. The dis-ease that we have begins with the fact that we did not know we had energetic bodies, and we have this stuck energy. When we begin moving that stuck energy, dealing with our energetic bodies, then the medicine of the Western world, of the physical body, can actually be more effective, if we even need it at all. And I'm not against Western medicine by any means. It is certainly needed if we have physical trauma to this body. But the ineffectiveness of it has been because we weren't dealing with the energetic body at all. We have to integrate all of that because we are physical beings. But we're also first and foremost energetic beings. We have to integrate that knowledge. And that's what we've been discovering. That's what we've been awakening to. It's an energetic awakening. I've been using that term for a while now. And we have been discovering that we need to integrate a correctly programmed, frankly, a deprogrammed mind. No programming at all. A mind that is actually functioning with the correct information, with real observance, not what someone else has told it the truth is, but what the mind itself has observed. Now, are we doing this perfectly yet? No, not yet. We still have butterfly effect going on around us because we still have so many people who have not reached this point yet. I don't know that any of us have perfectly reached it yet. But until we discover this, until we get to this awakened point, that we even accept that this discovery is necessary, is happening, that's the level of consciousness. And we cannot label anyone who is not at that level of consciousness yet. And the discovery process, the unfolding, the up-leveling of these levels of consciousness, there can be no judgment placed on that either. It happens as it happens. And what we're told, what we get access to, what we understand as all of this unfolds, it's just we are where we are. I also have talked a lot about how our emotions, or energy in motion, has to do with the vibrational frequency we're in. And I've tried to explain that it doesn't mean that to be high vibrational, you have to be laughing and giddy and all the things that I seem to be all the time, that I'm really not. I don't have to be laughing all the time and cutting up folks to be a person who is optimistic and joyful. That is my default vibrational frequency. People who know me know that when they bring an idea to me, my default mode is, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I see how that could work. That is my default level of energy about things. But it doesn't mean I'm laughing every minute. Do I laugh a lot? Yes, because I am high vibrational. But that doesn't mean I spend every minute expending energy laughing and waving my arms. I communicate that way, but I don't expend all my energy doing that all the time. So there's so much to discover here. But what we're really doing is discovering that we are one multidimensional light being, integrating the mind, which is now understanding that it's not to be programmed by anybody, but its own observances. And it's to accept living from the heart space, and that the heart knows the story. And the best way to know if you're supposed to do something or not supposed to do it is it lighting your heart up? This I know, this I've discovered. Throughout my life, there have been things that lit my heart up. And my programming caused me to deny myself those things. My mind, the programming therein, robbed me of being where my vibrational frequency was trying desperately to put me. I was robbing myself of the happiness that I was meant to have so many times, and rationalizing it. If you have to get in your mind and ruminate about something, if you have to get in your mind and come up with all the reasons why you're not going to do something that makes you so happy, truly makes you happy, not things you have to create, oh yeah, that's what I like, truly makes you happy, that when it's over, it's still all you can think about, or lights you up again, puts that smile back on your face, that kind of happiness. Not the false happiness that is supposed to make me happy, or I thought it would make me happy. Why is it not still making me happy? Oh, it's making me happy. We're convincing ourselves it does. But truly makes us happy. If you're having to ruminate in your mind about it, you're robbing yourself of something that you're supposed to be here doing. And I know this. There is no one action that is ever about just that action. It's impossible scientifically, because we are energy. And everything has a push-pull. Everything has a cause and effect. Everything is synergistic. Every action has a reaction. So every time I argued with myself and denied myself my heart's desire, I was not showing up in places I was supposed to be. And my not being where I was supposed to be and having the happiness I was supposed to have was creating butterfly effect or chaotic energy, and robbing other people of the things they were supposed to have. It was the most selfish thing I could do, was getting in my mind and robbing myself of the happiness I was supposed to have. Yet my mind was telling me I was being responsible. My mind was telling me I was doing all the right things, the adult things, the correct things, the societally accepted things, etc., etc. We've had this so backwards, folks. And that's what we're discovering. We're discovering the freedom of being these energetic beings that are to live as one whole multidimensional unit from our heart space. And to do it, we have to be brave enough to live in the freedom of living from our hearts. So, if you have something that is really lighting you up, that you know you want, and your mind is telling you, arguing with you, has you locked in a cycle of, well, I have to wait for that. And I'm not saying we don't do our due diligence. I'm not saying that we of course, we have to plan for things. I'm not saying that. I'm saying truly you're fighting with yourself about what you know you want, and you're denying yourself that thing. Then you need to really quiet yourself down. Come back to yourself. Drop into your heart space. And start looking at your life. And get real with yourself. What am I truly thankful for that I have? What am I truly not thankful for that I have? And how do I make the energetic bandwidth? What do I need to release, progress from, so I can have that in my life that's lighting me up? So I can plug myself into the vibrational frequency that this entire light being that I am came here to be in. So I get what I'm supposed to have. And everyone around me gets what they're supposed to have. Because that's what I came here to do. And that is the most unselfish thing I can do. That is the discovery that we're all here to make right now. That is the awakening we're all having. I hope that helps explain it in terms that, well, maybe you're not hearing anywhere else. This is how, as long as we're breathing, we actually all start living in great big cups.